Good morning, welcome to Berthon. Today we're going to look at Dancing Star. So Dancing Star is a Fleming 55 semi-displacement motor yacht. She's lying with us here in the water at Berthon on our marina, and she has stayed here with her current owner for around about 6 years. She's in her third ownership from new at the moment. Prior to that, she was in ownership on the Beaulieu River, and her first owner kept her down in the Med around the Croatia region. She's being sold as a tax-paid boat. We're just going to have a look down her starboard side here at the moment, and we can go and have a look inside her at what makes these boats so well suited to longer term cruising and why they've been so popular over the years. So starting in the aft cockpit, you can see that we have full beam lockers right the way underneath. There's transom deck access straight through onto the bathing platform. 2 opening doors here. Good deep bulwarked side decks with deck access gates either side. And engine access is through this pair of hatches and can also be gained through a trapdoor in the main saloon just by the galley. So locks on both, decent wide gutters, all drained, make sure that the water stays out rather than inside. We have stern thruster and main engine battery switching. To port, to starboard we have the inverter, bow thruster switching, tanks abaft of this, and we have access directly into the main engine room through a small lockable door. Onan generator set over onto the port side. This has remote start up at the main helm in the wheelhouse, of course. Then we have a large central, nicely padded floor and a pair of 450 horsepower Cummins diesels. These are the Diamond Performance Series. These have run around about 1,600 hours to date. Aquadrive couplings to take any type of reverberation or vibration out of the system. And a newly serviced Seafire fire suppression system there. These engines are clinically clean. They've been maintained by the same skipper during the past 2 ownerships, with everything documented. And as you can see, some polished stainless steel bearers underneath the main engine mountings, just so you can keep an eye on oils, etc. Moving forward, we have a pair of hydraulic stabilizers, which are the ABT, American Bow Thruster track setup, main raw water strainers, main seacocks here for raw water. That's the starboard side one. As you can see, very little verdigris. She's in extremely good shape, both internally, externally and mechanically. We have a series of 4 fuel tanks which are all switchable using the manifold, which we'll just move through to now. So this is the fuel system. We have access up into the main galley area, and from them onto the saloon and up into the wheelhouse. So the boat is really worked around owner maintenance and servicing. Access straight down into the bilge here. Large keel running well aft of the stern gear. Plenty of space on the starboard side. We're running on a single generator on this vessel. Generator there on the right hand side, and as you can see, plenty of storage in the lazarette area for covers. This has a pair of Brompton folding cycles going with the sail, and plenty of access and light for longer term storage. So here we are on the aft deck. We have ladder up to the Flybridge on the port side, small overhang just to protect the aft deck. On the starboard side we have a 3rd set of controls here. So this vessel has slight and aside power bow and stern thrusters, both electric. She also has high nautic throttle controls and gear controls. These are on a hydraulic system. And we also have a third station for deploying the fire extinguishers manually should that be required. So moving forward, plenty of very well polished stainless steel, no angry welds here. 3 steps up and we're up onto the Portuguese bridge level. Access on either side into the main helm wheelhouse. Moving forward, we have lockers, more storage inside the coaming of this Portuguese bridge, then a twin gate that folds open to give access onto the foredeck. As you can see, very, very safe, very well thought out, completely flush forward deck. We have a central large locker for warps, fenders, etc. Deck washes to the port side, chain straight down the middle, twin rollers on the anchor beak, and a single Lofren's Falcon windlass. We also have 4 newly fitted prisms to show a bit more light into that forward cabin. Fleming devotees may well recognise that there's an access hatch through this middle piece of teak, an escape hatch from the forward cabin. Nice air horns, thumping great screens, all can be covered in mesh to keep the heat and the sun out. And we'll move into the centre of this vessel, which is the main lower helm in the wheelhouse. So there's a central wheel, it's on a high nautic steering system. Full set of Raymarine GS series screens were fitted in 2016. This is your 12 and 24 volt switching, so we drop us down from the 24 volt system for navigation kit, etc. Nav table with its own standalone GPS ahead. Plenty of drawers down here for keeping charts in. Nice helm seat, fully adjustable and extremely comfortable, right in the middle on this pedestal. Beautiful teak floors throughout this vessel. And then on the port side we have the 230 system, so inverters, battery management, and over here generator, tank watch, and this has a digital CompuTank fuel reservoir indication, ABT track stabilizer controls, an indication, and then we have a central stair leading up to the Flybridge and a very nicely trimmed area for pilots. As you might be able to see from that, the boat is fitted both with cruise air conditioning and with an Eberspacher hydronic heating system. So up on the Flybridge, we have the boat deck set aft with a large crane, so very easy recovery and dispatch of the tender. We still have the Simrad large compass, which is housed in the Simrad receptacle there. Life raft, well within service date, sits on the port side. We have an EPIRB sentry located on the aft coaming. And this boat is in beautiful condition. She has both satellite phone and also satellite television available. And underfoot we've got nice diamond gripped non-slip. This is the infamous dumbwaiter. So if you need any food sending up, this tray goes directly down to above the galley worktop area. And on the port side we have a double helm seat which folds forward to give access to extra batteries and switching. Single screen, again replaced 2016 by current owner. We'll just flick the helm seat forward and you can see there's good storage here and an extra battery. The boats are extraordinarily well engineered, and Tony Fleming, who started this company, had trained at American Marine with Grand Banks prior to honing his skills, going it alone, in building these boats. It's very much about machinery space, engineering, lack of vibration, attenuating any noise, and making sure that you can cruise this boat in comfort and complete safety over extended distances. So this is the wheelhouse. We're just moving aft. We can close this entire lot off, so we can separate it quite effectively with a door. It has its own hanging locker as well, and it brings us down into this lovely light airy saloon. So no steps through here, it's a completely flat floor. We have the two doors to open out onto the aft deck. Drinks locker and cocktails on the port side. And this table articulates into a coffee table if needed. All interior furnishings retrimmed in current ownership. So beautiful blonde leather here. And as you can see, lovely timber floors and a fully fitted galley with dishwasher and all of that stuff. Coming past the starboard bunk cabin, we have a laundry which is hidden behind a sliding pocket door. Moving forwards first into the master suite, it's up in the bows in this with a centerline large double berth, retrimmed headboards, controls both for air conditioning and for heating, plenty of mirrors to throw light around, and as said, we also have the benefit of deck prisms to throw some more light here. Just looking aft, we have a shared day heads, large louvered locker with hanging rails, plenty of cubby holes, another locker, and then we have access straight into this ensuite. So we have freshwater flushing or saltwater flushing on the head system, only used on freshwater in current ownership. A nice marbled sink and a completely separate shower stall, access to air conditioning, etc. through that cupboard. Moving aft and to starboard, we have the shared day heads. Again, freshwater flush on these loos, folding door, and a nice stand-in shower. Over onto port, we have a third guest cabin. This boat was actually supplied originally with twin single berths, but this has actually been changed, altered and improved in current ownership by Berthon to give a large double berth. Plenty of diffused lighting here and the benefit of two hanging wardrobes. Moving back, we have two bunks, one set above each other. The upper one is a Pullman which can actually be folded away. And as you can see, the whole boat is pristine in presentation. Plenty of storage all around her. Again, independent controls even for this small bunk cabin. So we essentially have a 6-berth boat, but a lot of these are handled by a couple. We'll have just another quick look forward into the wheelhouse. Again, plenty of light here, very comfortable, great access, a wonderful cruising motor yacht. But that is the Fleming 55. She's called Dancing Star. She's available now through us here at Berthon.